Diddy heard the feds wasn't knocking. Tells his kids, hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to the store for cigarettes.
Bad lungs. Lungy. Hey, Patter, let this play out, baby. This shit's so mean. Check me right here. I'm on another level. What about this part, Pat? Check it.
I guess you wonder what's going to happen next, Diddy. I know.
Probably would have thrown off their plan altogether. This was definitely very organized. There's about 30 or so law enforcement vehicles behind me, at least 3 Bearcats. This is the Department of Homeland Security, as well as LASD and, of course, LAPD helping patrol this area. We're in Holmby Hills off of Mapleton Drive. You saw that gorgeous home from Skyfox with Stu up there showing you that this home is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is basically a subsidiary of Bad Boy Entertainment. It's registered to that company, basically part of P. Diddy's company, and it's also registered to one of his daughters. The neighborhood obviously has quite a bit of celebrities here. In fact, next door to that home, it looks like it was the former home of Humphrey Bogart, in fact. So we were actually here. We basically followed all of the law enforcement in as this unfolded about 20 minutes ago.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently 3 homes of Diddy's was raided by Homeland Security. Diddy's in trouble. Okay. Now the first thing I want to say is the Homeland office that initiated all of this is the New York office. So the Homeland Security in New York is the ones that initiated this raid on all of his homes. I'll mention why I think that is important in 2 seconds. And Homeland Security in LA and Homeland Security in Miami followed up raiding those homes also with local law enforcement. So I want to say something real quick. I want to be clear about something. The fact that the New York or wherever would have been the people that initiated it, that leads me to believe that whatever state that is, 1, has the laws that they want to prosecute under. 2, I'm assuming also maybe New York is where he has his home residence, just so we can be clear. And 3, it was the New York home that they were the most interested in. Those are just 3 things that jump right out at me. I got a lot to say about this. I'm going to try to shoot through it real quick. We're going to try to keep this video quick. First thing I want to say is that all of these places were raided because of the possible connection to XEX trafficking. They think that there might be some connections to trafficking. So all of these places were raided. So I would assume they were looking for specific evidence, not just any old evidence. That's 1. 2, Diddy's electronics were seized by the feds. Once the feds start seizing your phone, fam, it's a wrap. You already know what it is. Diddy has not been arrested yet. As far as I know, he hasn't been arrested yet. But they are saying that he's allegedly the leader of a criminal enterprise that basically would qualify as a widespread, dangerous criminal sex trafficking organization. So they're not just saying that this organization is doing sex trafficking. They're saying that they qualify. Like whatever stuff they already got on Diddy, he qualifies as a widespread, this organization, a widespread dangerous criminal trafficking organization. There are several lawsuits, for everybody that don't know. There's 3 women and 1 man that currently have lawsuits going. The man is the one that we've been speaking about, Rodney Jones. And there are, I think, 3 more lawsuits coming up down the pipeline that they assume is going to be, he's going to be charged with. So there's just a ton of things coming up for Diddy right now. Pardon me, they're lawsuits, not criminal charges. They're only lawsuits right now. So there's 3 people who are, 3 women who are currently suing him and 1 man, and there might be 3 more lawsuits coming down the pipeline. But also, you do understand, if he loses any of these at all, he's screwed. You do know that's why they settle, right? I'm gonna explain something to you real quick for the people that don't get it. When these people get accused of assaults and whatnot, one of the reasons why they settle is because they don't want whatever the evidence is that might be in that case to come out, because that might create criminal charges. So currently right now, there aren't any criminal charges. But if we remember correctly, homegirl Cassie, shout out to Cassie, shout out to Cassie. A little bit of the information about her case had came out, and he immediately settled, and he hasn't, and the people who want to sue him have not looked back yet. I just want to be clear on this. So this is why he was so quick to one of the reasons why he was so quick to want to settle with Casey, and why right now he's just in all of the troubles, as he deserves to be. Now, with that being said, his house gets raided. 2 of his sons get detained, Justin and King. Justin is 29, King is 25. They both get detained. They were released without charges, just so we could be clear. They were released without charges. That doesn't mean that they will stay released. That doesn't mean that at some point they're not going to get caught up. One of the things that you have to remember is Diddy was recording all of these. And if we are to believe 50 Cent, which I do, there are at least a minimum of 1 video floating around of Cassie, where Diddy is having her humiliated and basically, and I'm going to say what it is, forcing her to engage in adult activities with just people. Yeah, he just go get hookers, male hookers, and they come through and bangs his woman. This is, and absolutely, I don't get it. Now that song, I Need a Girl to Ride. Remember that song, I Need a Girl? That sounds totally different to me now. He doesn't want a girl. For him, I'm not even going into this. Let's keep going. Let's get back to what we talk about. In any regard, the LA house, just so we could be clear, it has a connection to alleged trafficking, assault, solicitation, and distribution. So once again, like I just said, not only are they soliciting hookers, which they're not supposed to be doing, but also besides that, he's creating pornographic content, and he's distributing it. You have to be a distributor of whatever the content is in order for you to distribute it, especially if it's something like pornography. So he was creating pornography, and then also without the agreement of the people in these in the pornography, because remember, he was filming people, and I'm going to get to that in 2 seconds. Another thing, he was filming people who didn't even know they were being filmed a lot of the times. Because, and this is what homegirl Candace Owens was trying to explain to y'all. They maybe, if we are to believe Candace Owens, they weren't raiding his home looking for evidence. They already have all the evidence. They were raiding his home, making sure that when they go lock him up, they can get any of the photos or any of the images of other affluent people that they don't want to get dragged down with Sean Combs. So allegedly, that's what they was doing. And that sounds plausible to me, not for nothing. Because we all know R. Kelly wasn't alone, and we all know Epstein wasn't alone. But they did go to jail alone. So I would assume this will be a similar case with Sean Combs, where there are other people that they are trying to protect, and they are trying to hide. And I basically told you that when we was discussing R. Kelly. Right? So, in any regard, put it down in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this. This is absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. Also, the LA home, he didn't even own. Well, he owned it, but he didn't own it personally. The LA home was owned by Bad Boy Film Production. So, I'm just assuming that maybe he just did that. Maybe they was filming pornos in that spot. You don't never know. Remember, those porn people, they always be in them really nice houses. Who is it to say Diddy was like, I got a nice house. Y'all can use all of the rooms. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. I'm out.
You know the coke good when the police get the fiend chills. To me the streets was better when it was flooded with E-pills.
Caught G with 100 bricks, coming back from Greensville. Judge hit him with 60 years, shit don't even seem real.
Death is guaranteed, all we have is free will.
Your man to turn rat in seconds depending how the streets feel.
Gamble with your life, wisdom only come with time, youngin'. Parlay all day, win or lose, I keep the line running.
I'm just warming up, give me your second, game is mine. Cause they're scared to do features, cause they know I'ma take the shine from them. Climb the mountain, respect for my stone and I pulled them up. You can't be a big dog when your whole gang full of mud.
We pouring money in the bank,
they pouring purple in they cups.
Everybody selling dog food but don't feed the pups.
Park it up, we don't do drive-bys, we walk it up.
You attached to who? Your movement don't startle us. We already know who riding like a charter bus.
I'm a bod man, keep me a K, shout out my Charlotte plug. Down south first time shooting that when I caught the rush. Yeah, I done did it all, I done seen it all. If you a lame, gotta pay me for the video shoot. I got it tied and you ain't been in the loop. Laura Mob, all bosses, watch me spin in the coupe. GOC is the army and all the generals shoot.
Listen to that, nigga.